when I observe liberals and conservatives in their political, not even in their political discussion, but just when they're giving their political opinions in general, one of the most common things that I see is this tendency to insult the view of the other party. And one of the observations I've made is in pop culture, especially, it happens in movies a lot. A lot of people love the moment when the protagonist really gets the upper hand of his opponent, of the antagonist. And sometimes this can happen through a fight. It can happen by way of some kind of intellectual dominance. Sometimes there's a scene where there's a really good, what I'll call, a very good insult of the other character, of the antagonist. And so part of this tendency influences all of us. Each of us wants to be on the right side. I don't think anybody wants to be the antagonist in the true sense of the term, where we don't want to be the person who's being made fun of. We don't want to be the person who holds the stupid opinion. And so I see this popular tendency really influencing the way we go about politics. I see Democrats insulting I see Democrats insulting Republicans. I see Republicans insulting Democrats. People. I grew up in a conservative background, so I'm very used to conservatives just acting like liberal views in general are untenable, oftentimes ridiculous, and part of it is sometimes it's naturally human to just kind of say things are ridiculous, and sometimes there's truth to it. But if we want our nation to really start progressing, making decisions as kind of a unified, centralized whole, then we need to start learning what it really means to engage with the other side. And a lot of conservatives find the transgender bathroom issue, a lot of times their reaction to it is one of incredulousness. They think the other side is stupid for even considering it, that they've lost touch with common sense. Aside from the truthfulness or falsity to thinking that way by conservatives, it's definitely not helping our nation progress. It's not helping engage with the other side. Because it would be somewhat foolish to think that the transgender bathroom issue doesn't come from a place of real sincerity and real human struggle, I guess. That's where conservatives are sometimes off. They don't realize how deep the issue is. So it's like conservatives are doing this and they're not meeting the liberals, or vice versa. I'm not going to say, for the purposes of this video, I'm not going to say one view's on top of the other, but this is what the views are doing. They're throwing insults at one another, but they're not meeting each other. And I think our country could do with meeting the other side. and I think it starts with each one of us. I can't get on Facebook for one day without seeing some kind of political insult, something insulting Obama, something insulting conservatives, and we're all guilty of it in a way. You know, we've all insulted the other side. We've all thought the other side is stupid. So this isn't meant to be, you know, insults are still sort of supposed to be, in a way, thrown back and forth. It's not like insults are always uncalled for, so long as it's done in a good spirit, a healthy spirit, because sometimes it can be unhealthy. But what I'm saying is each of us might need to take a step back, and, you know, if our goal is in the end to arrive at some kind of peace and love, then it's even begun to sound weak to say words like peace and love, because we're very far from what those words actually mean. But I want each of us to try to learn to engage with the other side, to realize that conservatives hold these deep-seated values that come from a sincere place. Liberals, in the same way, hold sincere values that come from a deep place. So if we can meet each other at our depth, and we can actually build friendship with one another, then I think our nation would do a lot better and would have a lot more meaningful political discussion.